Have you ever wondered how cabinet cards were stored in the 1800s? Today's video is day 4 of Sharing the Past, and I'm sharing this cabinet card of a little boy posing in a big chair. This card has no photographer's description on the back, so you could use it as a journaling card if you wanted to. It's a pretty big card, and traditionally they were pretty big. So I've printed this one out at 80%. If you don't know how to reduce the print size, I'll show you in another video once all the cards have been released. If you want to make the cards from day 1 to day 3, the link is in the description box below. If you're already registered on my website, just pop on over and click on the free tab on the top menu bar. And if you're new here, welcome, and you will need to register to be able to get your cabinet cards. I'm not going to talk through the steps of how to make this card because I've done it already in video 2 on day 2. The only difference is the bottom of this card is not cut straight. I cut it all wobbly using my fussy cutting scissors. So I'm going to fast forward making the card while I talk about how cabinet cards were stored back in the 1800s. Cabinet cards were often placed in dedicated photo albums specifically designed to hold these types of photographs. These albums had pages with slots or sleeves where the cabinet cards could be inserted. The albums were usually made of leather or fabric covers and had decorative elements. The albums were typically stored on shelves or in cabinets. Some individuals kept their cabinet cards in sturdy cardboard boxes. These boxes were often designed to accommodate the size of cabinet cards and had dividers or compartments to separate and organise the photographs. The boxes could be stacked on shelves or stored in cabinets. Wealthier individuals or photography studios might have used display cabinets to showcase their cabinet card collections. These cabinets were designed with glass doors or shelves to exhibit the photographs. They were usually placed in prominent areas of the home or in their studio. In some cases, people simply stored their cabinet cards on shelves or in drawers. The cards might have been arranged in a standing position with support or stacked horizontally. However, without proper protection, such as albums or boxes, the photographs could be more susceptible to damage. I guess it's like anything. Storage methods varied depending on the individual's preference, available space, and socio-economic status. The methods I just described were among the more common practices for storing cabinet cards in the 1800s. I wonder if any of the families kept their cabinet cards in a junk journal. Junk journals were around in the 1800s, but there weren't many of them. Not like today. So, of course, I reckon it's worth a mention. Whether this was one of the storage methods, I can't say for sure. The cabinet card still had a place in public consumption and continued to be produced until the early 1900s, and quite a bit longer in Europe. The last cabinet cards were produced in the 1930s. The reason I popped that little bit in about storage, I thought you might have been thinking, well, how did they store these cabinet cards back in the day? Because we're putting them in our junk journals, but where did everyday people put them? So I just thought that would be an interesting little bit of history about where everybody stored their cabinet cards. So that's it for this card 4. I'll see you tomorrow for cabinet card 5. See you tomorrow.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. such a wonderful deal.